In this video, we talk about how Michael B. Jordan put on a ton of size for Black Panther, and nobody even asked him to. Coming up.
I waited my entire life for this. The world's gonna start over. I'ma burn it all.
What is up, heroes? Welcome to an athletic assault video where we combine superheroes and fitness to help you attack your dreams. If you're into superheroes or you're into fitness, please consider subscribing. I'm Connor Irwin, and in our last video, we talked about how Chadwick Boseman became the Black Panther. So today, I wanted to talk about Michael B. Jordan, who plays Erik Killmonger across from Chadwick Boseman. I wanted to talk about him today because he put on a lot of size for this role, and I think he'd be a great person to hit in Hero Academy. So this is episode 3, and we're going to talk about how he bulked up for Erik Killmonger. So before we talk about this, I want you to watch this interview between Michael B. Jordan and Ellen DeGeneres. So check this out, and I'll get back with you in a moment.
So it basically doesn't matter what movie you do, you're just in good shape all the time.
I'm just trying to stay in shape for as long as I can, you know, and to get paid to do it, why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, did you know, how much in advance before Black Panther did you know that, and did they ask you to get in that kind of shape? Because you're already in good shape.
Yeah, well, I was on the press tour for Creed.
Right.
And Ryan, you know, called me up and was like, hey, we're about to go shoot this other movie. Do you want to do it? And I was like, cool, let's go have some fun. And then that was literally it. And from that moment on, I just decided to dedicate everything to getting in shape and becoming Erik Killmonger.
I read you didn't really get to have a social life because you're drinking 1.5 gallons of water, so you have to pee all the time.
Do you know how often you have to use the bathroom?
Yeah, that's not fun.
It's not, especially in the middle of the night. You're trying to sleep, you got to wake up, use the bathroom, like, oh my God, I'm just going to hold it. And then it's like, it just doesn't quite work out.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then you just had to eat cleanly, and then you had to how many hours a day did you work out?
We didn't really go by hours, but like sessions. So I would work out 2 to 3 times a day, eat 6 times a day, and just, I mean, it's hard to be, go out to a club or a party when you're like, oh wait, meal prep, we gotta go like pop this thing in the microwave and eat food. So it's tough to socialize when you gotta get in shape like that.
Yeah, and to work out 3 or 4 times a day too.
It is, so as soon as I leave here, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Why? What are you doing next?
Creed 2.
You're doing Creed 2?
Yeah.
That's fantastic, congratulations.
Thank you.
So you see in this interview that nobody really asked him to put on a lot of size, which I love. I love that he looked at the comic books, saw what Erik Killmonger looked like, and he said, shoot, I want to look like that. And so he took it upon himself to put in the work to build the physique that he wanted for the on-screen appearance of Erik Killmonger. So Michael B. Jordan, he was pretty lean and skinny before Creed. And then once Creed hit, he put on 24 pounds of muscle for Creed, which is unbelievable. But he was still very lean, very slim. And then this role came and he put on a lot of size, which, and you saw in that clip how he did that. He was working out, he had a couple sessions a day, and that doesn't mean that he was lifting weights a couple times a day. He probably did a couple days, but really that means, he was lifting weights one session, then he was doing fight training another session, and then I know that he loves boxing since he did Creed, so he probably was boxing some of those other sessions, and so that's what that means, that he was training, he was doing fight choreography or lifting weights. It wasn't just all, hey, I'm in the gym, I'm pounding out those weights all the time. But the big thing that he did, and I'm going to say this a lot on this channel, the big thing that he did to build muscle was he ate a lot. I mean, like he said in that clip, he was eating 6 times a day. And that doesn't mean that he was eating 6 times pizza, hamburgers, french fries. No, he was eating lean meats, and he was eating chicken and brown rice and some almonds, protein shakes. He was filling his diet with a lot of protein. Because if you want to build muscle, you have to eat in a calorie surplus, and you got to get your protein in. And so that's what he was doing. He was eating those lean meats. He was drinking those protein shakes, getting in that calorie surplus, eating 6 times a day, doing that. Now, you don't have to eat 6 times a day, but you have to eat in a calorie surplus if you want to build muscle. So whether for you, if you want to just eat 2-3 big meals a day to get in that calorie surplus, you can do that. But for him, obviously it worked out better for him to just eat 6 times a day and hit that calorie surplus by doing that. What I love about Michael B. Jordan is that he talks a lot about how hard it was at first to get into fitness, to start working out. You know, when he started training for Creed, he was very skinny. I mean, he wasn't lifting a lot of weights. I mean, his trainer has said, like, he didn't lift anything. But as he got into training for Creed, he started lifting more and he started seeing big results. And that was a huge motivator for him. And it was the same thing here. You know, he started seeing these results of putting on that size, and it pushed him forward. It made it easier to eat those 6 meals a day. It made it easier to have 2-a-days in the gym. It made it easier to keep grinding, keep working, so that he could hit that goal that he set. And so I think it's great for us to look at this. Now, obviously, we're not training for a superhero role. We don't have to be ripped in 3 months. You know, we have a lot more time, which is a blessing, honestly. And so we can look at this and say, hey, okay, like, if I put in the work and if I hit the gym, you know, maybe I'm hitting the gym 4 times a week, and I'm hitting the gym 4 times a week, and I start eating in that calorie surplus, and not in a calorie surplus of pizza and hamburgers. You know, I can have those sometimes, but I really need to make sure that I'm getting my lean meats, I'm getting that rice, that protein, I'm making sure that I'm hitting those calories that I need to hit, and then I'm patient. And I just start working week after week, and all of a sudden I start seeing results, and it just motivates us to keep going. And so that is a big thing that I want us to take away from Michael B. Jordan's training. One, that you have to eat in a calorie surplus if you want to put on the size like he put on for Black Panther. But 2, results can be a great motivator, and it takes time to get those results, but once you get them, you don't want to lose them. And I'm actually working on a video right after this about Michael B. Jordan. He talks about, man, I trained so hard for Creed and I didn't want to lose those results, so I built a lifestyle that allowed me to stay fit. You know, obviously he didn't stay in the same shape that he was for Creed, but he stayed fit, and so it made it easier for him to train for Black Panther. You know, when he got that call, he was on press tour for Creed, and it was easier for him to hit the gym again and pick up close to where he left off. And so I want you guys so desperately to hit those results. So if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be doing more superhero tips and tricks for you guys. Also, I would love to hear from you guys, so please leave it in the comments. What superhero actors do you want to see next on this channel? Obviously, I'm working on that video about building a lifestyle around fitness, so please subscribe to get that. And guys, that is it for this video. I am so thankful that you checked out this video today. I hope it made your day a million times better. If it did, hit that like button. Love you, heroes. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, heroes.